Hi, my name's Joanna and I'm from Bloody Popcorn. For about a year now, I've been trying to make a second recipe video to follow up my Bloody Popcorn video. So I've had this idea. It's a family recipe, but it has a little bit of a twist on it. So today I'm going to explain to you how to make pumpkin spice bourbon balls. Now, growing up around the holiday season, the Christmas holiday season, my family would always make bourbon balls. And they were traditionally part of the baked goods that we'd give away at Christmas. People do that, right? Now, even as a youngster, maybe 10, 11, 12, I loved the shit out of bourbon balls. And keep in mind, this is a no-bake recipe. Now, this recipe is actually a rum ball recipe from a book called Virginia Hospitality Cookbook. It was a staple in my household. But for the life of me, I can't remember my parents ever making rum balls. We liked bourbon. So let me tell you how it's done. It's really easy. It only requires 5 ingredients. You need 1 box of Nilla wafers, confectioner sugar, pumpkin spice, light corn syrup, and bourbon. And to be honest with you, I've been making it with Wild Turkey for a long time, but I feel like that's because I just watched Thelma and Louise and they drank Wild Turkey and I felt like I was cool, so I wanted to drink Wild Turkey too. I may or may not do a shot of this at the end of this video. Stay tuned. Okay, 5 ingredients. The first thing to do is crush up all of the Nilla wafers. You could do this in a plastic bag and bang the shit out of it, or you could do it like I do it and use like a little food processor. The recipe calls for 3 cups, which is about a box of Nilla wafers. It might be a little less, but it really doesn't matter. So after you have your box of Nilla wafers all crushed up, dump them into a big bowl. From there, add the other dry ingredients, including 1 cup of confectioner sugar, also known as powdered sugar, and 1.5 tablespoons of pumpkin spice. Now, the original recipe I grew up with actually uses cocoa powder, and that's really good too. But for this one, we're using pumpkin spice because it's fall. So from here, mix all of the dry ingredients. So once everything looks good, it's time to add the wet stuff. So add 2 tablespoons of light corn syrup. It's pretty sticky. And then add 1/2 cup of bourbon. And mix that all together until it's a disgusting sticky mess. Do you hear snoring? I hear snoring. It's not Johnny, I think it's Marla. Now here is where the real work comes in. Set up a small plate of powdered sugar, and you're gonna take that sticky stuff and roll a whole bunch of balls. You can make them 1/2 inch to 1 inch size, depending on how big you want them. Mine are never even. So once you have your roll of balls, you're gonna put them in the powdered sugar and set them aside until you have a whole bunch of bourbon balls. Now, you may be tempted to eat them right then and there, but trust me, they're gonna be potent. And maybe that's what you want. But if you have the patience, put them in the refrigerator and let them mellow for a few days. They're better. I made these for the first time last year. I was kind of nervous because I never did an alternative version of my family bourbon balls. And here they are. Now these have been mellowing for a little over a week. And I've had a few. So we're gonna try one right now. They're good. They're still pretty strong. And keep in mind, this is a no-bake recipe. So all that bourbon is still right here. So you can try a few different things. If you're a fan of rum balls, go with rum. I've never done it, but that's kind of what the recipe actually is. Now, closer to the holidays, the Christmas holiday, instead of using pumpkin spice, try cocoa powder. It's actually really good, and that's the way I do it. So earlier I said I was gonna do a shot of Wild Turkey, or a swig of Wild Turkey. Why not? So, happy Halloween. Oh. So from us at Bloody Popcorn, we hope you had a wonderful Halloween season. You can find us at bloodypopcorn.com. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat. And look for our podcast on iTunes, where we ramble about a whole bunch of different shit.